the Supreme Court. Ladies and gentlemen, I would only say this, that this is a historic moment in this country where you have bar associations questioning the Supreme Court. Now, why are Anil Tiwari ji, Awadh Bar Association के president भी हमारे साथ है, आप उनको जानते होंगे. He is saying that we are concerned about the changing version of the Supreme Court in this matter.
That is, मैं तो शुरू से ये कह रहा, अब मैं शुरू से देखिए मेरा ऑब्जेक्शन कहाँ है. मैं शुरू से बात कर रहा हूँ पब्लिक फेथ की बात कर रहा हूं. मैं किसी एक पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल की बात ही नहीं कर रहा. पब्लिक फेथ का यह है कि न्यायालय में न्याय मिलता है. जब न्यायालय में न्याय मिलता है तो सारा मटेरियल डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए जी. जो न्यायालय ने सिस्टम बनाया है क्रिमिनल इन्वेस्टिगेशन का, वो सिस्टम होना चाहिए जी. ये जजेस के लिए एक अलग से व्यवस्था क्यों की जा रही है, एक प्रश्न तो ये है. सेकेंड प्रश्न ये है कि जब पब्लिक फेथ शैटर होता है तो उसको रिगेन करने के लिए एफर्ट करना पड़ता है. आपका एफर्ट क्या है? 14 तारीख से 20 तक कुछ चुपचाप बैठे रहे. 20 तारीख को अखबार ने अगर ना मीडिया ने ना रिपोर्ट किया होता तो हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन को पता भी नहीं चलता. हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन को पता चला 20 तारीख के अखबार से. अखबार को कोट करके हाईकोर्ट बार ने कहा कि वी आर नॉट डस्टबिन. दिन भर उस पर डिस्कशन होता रहा. शाम को फायर डिपार्टमेंट का एक नोटिफिकेशन आता है कि कैश बरामद ही नहीं हुआ. सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक नोटिफिकेशन आता ही नहीं है, चेंज हुआ. नेक्स्ट डे क्या हुआ? हमारा तब भी कंटिन्यूअसली जारी रहा. हमने कहा नहीं, हम जनरल हाउस करेंगे और ये एक्शन होना चाहिए. शाम को आता है प्रेस रिलीज में रिपोर्ट जो आ रही है ब्लैकनिंग की. अर्नब जी रिपोर्ट देखिए, जो रिपोर्ट है उसको ब्लैक क्यों किया गया है कुछ पोर्शन. Why ब्लैक
किया गया है? मैं दिखाना चाहता हूं ये ब्लैक किया गया है. ये देखिए, मैं दिखाऊं आपको.
पहला सवाल
ये ब्लैक किया गया है. वन पार्ट हैज बीन रिडेक्टेड. ये पूरा जो रिपोर्ट है इसमें डॉक्यूमेंट्स सर्टेन पार्ट्स हैव बीन रिडेक्टेड. एम आई राइट? या 1 मिनट, जस्ट कम हियर. या विंडोज बनाइए प्लीज. या कौन
ये ब्लैक क्यों किया गया? मेरा सवाल तो ये है.
एक मिनट, लाउडर इन द स्टूडियो. या आपको क्यों लगता है क्यों किया गया?
अगर ब्लैक किया गया तो अब ये डाउट फर्दर क्रिएट हो गया पब्लिक के माइंड में कि कुछ मटेरियल छिपाया गया. आप देखिए जो वीडियो दिखाई जा रही है वो वीडियो तब है जब आग बुझ चुकी है. आग जलने से पहले वाली वीडियो कहां है? आप देखें. अब तो अगर जस्टिस यशवंत वर्मा की रिप्लाई देखिए आप. वो कहते हैं मुझको इस कैश के बारे में नहीं पता. अब मैं एक दूसरा सवाल अपने आप से पूछ रहा हूं. अगर उनको इस कैश के बारे में या इस कमरे में हो रही एक्टिविटी के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता तो कल को इस कमरे से एंटी नेशनल एक्टिविटी शुरू हो गई तो वो भी तो उनको नहीं पता होगा. तो क्या ये जिम्मेदारी एक जज की है कि उसको कुछ नहीं पता उस कमरे में क्या है?
तो आप कह रहे हैं ये तो यू आर सेइंग योर व्यूअर्स इंपॉर्टेंट मैटर. The High Court Bar Association Allahabad is saying that why is the letter of Justice Upadhyay, which has details of what happened, कहाँ थी, कहाँ material था, उसके सारे portions को many sensitive parts have been put out in black so that the media does not know, so that you don't know. And I think the Supreme Court should put out non-redacted versions of this letter.
अर्नब जी जरा एक पहला पेज देखिए इस रिपोर्ट का. नीचे की तरफ क्या लिखा हुआ है? पहला पेज
निकालिए इसको.
बिल्कुल पहला पेज.
किस पेज की बात कर रहे हैं आप?
सबसे पहला पेज. नीचे की तरफ नोट देखिए क्या है.
Here it says to maintain confidentiality etc. some portions and names have been redacted.
To maintain confidentiality, some names have been redacted. किसके? Whose names?
Because it is an ongoing investigation.
One minute. आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? You are to maintain confidentiality, some portions and names have been redacted, which means the Supreme Court of India is admitting in its press release that it is not sharing all the details with the people of the country.
Yes, this is a question.
Which
now
means Supreme Court of India has decided to deny the people of the country full details of the case. In its wisdom.
Why is the question from? I'm not putting a question from High Court Bar Association. I'm putting this question on behalf of common people of the India who have great faith in the judicial system. Why this man is being protected? Who is going to be protected by this blackening this report? And what Delhi High Court Bar has said, I am not agree to that. What Karnataka Bar President said, absolutely a good proposal. I am trying to contact every bar association of every high court, entire country. I want to contact them. I will contact them. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा। मेरी 35 साल हो गई, 35 साल हो गया मुझे यहाँ इस अदालत में। आज एंड ऑफ लाइफ में, आज आखिरी दिन में, जब आखिरी समय है, इस समय में मैं अपने बच्चों को क्या कहूंगा कि न्यायालय क्या है?
It's very big. Let this be between the High Court Bar Association. Are you with him on this? मोहित माथुर जी, आप सुन रहे हैं ये बात?
मैं सुन रहा हूं। दो चीजें हैं इसमें।
मोहित माथुर जी हैं, एक मिनट आपको मैं परिचित कर दूं, ये मोहित माथुर जी दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट है, आपको रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं।
जी जी
तिवारी जी बोलिए, माथुर जी बोलिए।
तिवारी जी, दो चीजें हैं। आप जिन नामों को कह रहे हैं ना, जो नाम रिडैक्ट किए हैं, वो नाम
की नहीं कह रहा, पूरा पैराग्राफ है।
प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी। तिवारी जी एक सेकंड सुन लीजिए।
जस्ट सी दिस, नाम नहीं है, ये देखिए, ये देखिए, दिख रहा है?
हाँ जी, दिख रहा है।
मैं उन पोर्शन की बात नहीं कर रहा, वो पोर्शंस में तो मुझे भी नहीं पता क्या है, बट जो नाम रिडैक्ट किए हैं वो
फिर किस बात को डिफेंड कर रहे हैं
भाई? इसीलिए डिपेंड कर रहे हैं कि
मैं
पता
तो कुछ डिफेंड ही नहीं कर रहा हूं सर। आप सुन तो लें तिवारी जी, इतने उत्तेजित मत हुइए।
बोलिए, आप बोलिए।
मैंने कहा था,
अगर आपको लगा कि मैं बोलने नहीं दे रहा,
मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि वो जो सिर्फ प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी और पीपीएस टू द चीफ जस्टिस के नाम रिडैक्ट किए हैं, बाकी जो पोर्शंस रिडैक्ट किए हैं वो तो आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं कि वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने रिडैक्ट किए हैं। जो नाम रिडैक्ट किए हैं वो सिर्फ प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी का नाम और
आप देखिए,
प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी का नाम है।
आप सुनिए, इस डिडक्शन में क्या है ये मटेरियल।
और दूसरी चीज तिवारी जी, हम सब, आप अपने 35 साल को कह रहे हैं, मुझे भी 34.5 साल हो गए इस वकालत में। आई एम ऑल्सो सीनियर एडवोकेट। मैं आपके साथ पूरी कंसर्न शेयर करता हूं, मगर सिर्फ एक चीज का ध्यान हम लोगों को सबसे ज्यादा रहना चाहिए कि हम खुद जब कानून के लिए लड़ रहे हैं और कानून व्यवस्था के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, तो जो जजेस इंक्वायरी एक्ट आज से 56 साल पहले बना था 1968 में, वो आज भी वैलिड है। तो जजेस इंक्वायरी एक्ट के प्रोसीजर को तो फॉलो किया जाएगा, या हम लोग जो हैं, हम लोग जैसे, मैंने रेड्डी साहब की बात से इत्तेफाक रखा था और मैंने कहा था कि यस, द बार एसोसिएशंस शुड मेक अ रिप्रेजेंटेशन, बट टू से दैट condemn somebody when the inquiry has been ordered by the apex court, is it fair on our part to do so? आप जैसे वहां पे वो हो रहे हैं कंसर्न, बिकॉज वो आपके यहाँ के पेरेंट हाई कोर्ट आपकी है, हमारे यहाँ भी सिटिंग जज हैं वो, तो वी ऑल्सो वॉन्ट दैट समथिंग, वॉट इफ देर इज एनी ट्रूथ इन इट, एप्रोप्रिएट एक्शन शुड बी टेकन। मगर प्लीज हमारी जो हाई कोर्ट है उस पर कोई भी उंगली ना उठाए जब तक ये इंक्वायरी चल रही है। हाँ, आई एग्री विद अर्नब दैट दिस इंक्वायरी शुड नॉट बी अ डायलेटरी टैक्टिक्स। So for that, I agree with Reddy Saab that all the bar associations should get together and make a collective representation. I don't think there is any disagreement on it. The only thing is whether we condemn a person unheard and before any inquiry, or should we do it after and wait for that inquiry, is all I am saying. That's the only difference of opinion between you and me. आपकी बात से मैं भी एग्री करता हूं कि ट्रांसफर इज नॉट द आंसर। ट्रांसफर इज नॉट द आंसर।
मैं आप अपनी बात कह लूं, अगर आप
हाँ जी बिल्कुल जरूर
माथुर साहब, so nice of you,
माथुर साहब, आप एक चीज मिस कर रहे हैं केवल। आपका कंसर्न बहुत सीरियस है, हम रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं उस कंसर्न की। हमारा कंसर्न आपके कंसर्न में जस्ट एक पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है। वो डिफरेंस क्या है, आप बात को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे तो समझ जाएंगे मैं कहना क्या चाहता हूं। मैं कहना यह चाहता हूं कि आज दो इश्यूज हैं इसके। एक है जस्टिस वर्मा के साथ क्या ट्रीटमेंट हो, अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ हियरिंग होनी चाहिए, एक्सप्लेनेशन का मौका मिलना चाहिए। दूसरा पार्ट यह है जो पब्लिक डैमेज हुआ है उसको रिस्टोर कैसे किया। दो बातें हो गई। पब्लिक सिस्टम में हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ने जो फ्रेमवर्क बनाया, वो फ्रेमवर्क बनाया क्रिमिनल मैटर्स के इन्वेस्टिगेशन बाय स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसीज, और बाकी डिपार्टमेंटल प्रोसीडिंग इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग। जो इन हाउस जांच प्रक्रिया है, अगर वो कंप्लीट हो भी जाए और क्लीन चिट मिल जाए, और दूसरी प्रक्रिया है सीबीआई की, वहां पे क्लीन चिट मिल जाए, दोनों में से भरोसा हिंदुस्तान की जनता का किस पर करेगी? हिंदुस्तान की जनता इन हाउस में क्लीन चिट मिलने के बाद यह प्रश्न उठाएगी कि सब कवर अप किया गया। लेकिन सीबीआई अगर करती है, ईडी करती है, तो नहीं उठाएगी। पहला सवाल तो ये है। सेकंड, कोई जज ये कहता है कि मुझे इन्हों
Oh, we're losing the line there.
तो जज साहब की तरफ से
जी बोलिए बोलिए, you're back, आप वापस हैं। तिवारी जी बोलिए
अच्छा।
बोलिए।
जब आप कोई बात कहते हैं अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ हियरिंग की, साहब देखिए हमें टर्मिनेट किया, अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ हियरिंग नहीं दी, तो अक्सर ये जजमेंट आते हैं कि अच्छा चलिए हाईकोर्ट को ही बता दीजिए कि अब क्या क्या मटेरियल था आपके पास। हाईकोर्ट जब बताती है तब मटेरियल देखने के बाद कोर्ट ये तय करती है कि अगर यही मटेरियल आपको वहां बताना था तो इसमें तो कुछ है ही नहीं, तो फिर किस बात की अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ हियरिंग। जस्टिस वर्मा का एक्सप्लेनेशन है कि उस रूम में क्या था हमको पता ही नहीं। अगर ये बात सत्य है, उनको नहीं पता है, वो इतने इनोसेंट हैं, तो अगर उस रूम में कोई एंटी नेशनल आदमी बैठ के एंटी नेशनल एक्टिविटी करेगा तो वो भी उन्हें नहीं पता होगा। Whether you will permit a man to hold such kind of position who is unaware of the fact what is going on around him. Continuance of Mr. Varma as a judge is serious threat to this country, democracy. This is my submission. Try to understand. Don't support a judge who is corrupt.
I am also joined. This is very big moment.
Karnataka High Court Bar. I'm very happy.
This is a very big moment. Very big moment. Also joining us, Mr. Tiwari is very senior criminal lawyer of the country, Mr. Ujjwal Nigam, joining us from Mumbai. As you know, he's a very respected. He's been a senior public prosecutor, and he's taken on many cases in this country. We all hold him in high regard.
His face is known to India.
Everyone knows his face. And today we are very fortunate, Mr. Nigam. We have Allahabad High Court Bar Association President. We have Delhi High Court Bar Association President. We have Karnataka High Court Bar Association President. We have Awadh Bar Association President, and you are there. Now, Mr. Nigam, this matter cannot be managed anymore. The whole country is talking about it. It is in the public arena. Now, there are only two issues I want to ask you. Mr. Mathur is of a case that we must deal with the individual case individually. Mr. Mathur is president of the Delhi High Court Bar Association. The other bar associations are saying, no, we must all come together, go to the Supreme Court and now make systemic changes. Not deal with this in an isolated case. Where do you stand, Mr. Nigam?
Let me first, Arnab, congratulate the Supreme Court for taking a bold step for publishing the entire material on their website. I firmly believe that stability of any country depends upon two important factors. And the first factor is absolute faith of a common man in the currency of that nation. And secondly, absolute faith of a common man in the judiciary of that nation. See, the judges, it is said, and I also believe, that they should be above suspicion. Caesar wife must be above suspicion. So now, prima facie, we logical deduction, logical irresistible inferences that the explanation offered by the justice is not acceptable prima facie. Because when he says that the said cash was found in his outhouse and he was not knowing at all, this is not believable.
Correct.
See, I'm not of the view that there should be an inquiry, there should be probe and investigation. What I'm expecting at this stage, that Parliament should take a step. There should be a motion, privilege motion, and no confidence motion, because without inquiry and investigation will take a lot of time, and we are aware what normally happens in the investigation also. So I firmly believe that instead of investigating such a sensitive and sensational issue, we have the measures as per our constitution, and the Parliament should come in action. Parliament should pass a motion, and such type of people must be removed forthwith without any inquiry, because ultimately, you see, we have to keep the credibility of the judge. Credibility
absolutely
of
correct. Mr. Nigam, you are absolutely correct. I welcome
history, then there will be anarchy. So, prima facie, the amount is also huge. I can understand about some in thousands, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh. But if amount is a huge amount in the crores, then certainly it is a matter of and talk of the tongue. And even if suppose if that judge acceptance will for a moment we'll believe the judge's explanation. Yes, it is true. He was not knowing. But again, the common man. I may remind you our history. Prabhu Ramchandra has also left the Sita. Why? Because the common man has doubted about the credibility. So judges are also like that. And therefore I firmly believe that instead of having any further investigation and probe, prima facie, this is more than sufficient material to take action.
I have a bit of breaking news before I go to Satish Manishinde. I'm very grateful to all the jurists joining us tonight. And I'm grateful to them because without the support of all the members of the legal fraternity, Republic would not be able to carry out this coverage. Satish Manishinde is another very prominent name from our legal fraternity, from Mumbai, senior advocate, one of the best criminal lawyers as well. Ujjwal ji knows him well. Satish Manishinde, now this is, I have just got some breaking news I want to share before I come to you.
Yeah, please,
If you allow me, I will ask Abhishek Kapoor to go live on it. If Abhishek is live, is he ready to go live?
Yes.
Is Abhishek? No, he's not ready to go live. So before Abhishek comes on, your first thoughts on where you see this going. Mr. Manishinde.
Well, last night I commented on the Republic that there's sufficient evidence which has been recovered from the judge's residence. The official accommodation in Delhi was allotted to the sitting judge of the High Court. He's second senior most judge in the Delhi High Court. So he ought to be responsible for all that is happening in his bungalow. And he can't feign ignorance that somebody else has planted this material. It is preposterous that all this kind of defense has come at this stage right here. Therefore, this is a clear case where there is open and shut case. So Justice Varma so far has propagated a bogus defense, and Mr. Nikam will support me in this, that once an accused takes a false defense in the case, that is a circumstance which should be taken into consideration at the time of his conviction. Therefore, my submission is, the Supreme Court, which is holding an inquiry now, it is only a waste of time according to me, because we have a case where cash has been found. We have a case where the judges allotted the bungalow. We have a case where the fire officer has a video on this. Therefore, the inquiry is only going to delay our investigation. Apart from that, it is a known fact that more the delay, better for an accused, right? Therefore, it is a case which is likely to be tampered with. As it is, bogus evidence is being created that he was not in possession, he was out of
the investigation
Delhi,
is going to delay
and,
things. What is your suggestion?
Who can enter the judge's residence, particularly when the security is there round the clock and we have CCTV in the bungalow? There is talk in the Delhi circles that the evidence is being tampered with, in the sense that all the people who are present there at the premises are being asked to delete the evidence on the electronic media.
Evidence.
Therefore, without any further delay, the Supreme Court should order a CBI investigation. There is no inquiry necessary.
CBI investigation. How many of you support a CBI investigation in this matter?
That's what I've been saying since morning.
Vikas Gupta, quick reaction. Vikas. Okay, everyone on it. Vikas on the left. Vikas.
Gone from the Delhi High Court to the Chief Justice of India. Chief Justice of India can sue about ask for registration of a FIR by CBI and let it get investigated. Why
don't everyone on every? Why do you want to change the windows? 6 windows, please. 7 windows. Put Vikas on the left, please. I just want to get reactions on that. You support a CBI investigation right now on the matter. Can I have 6 windows with Deshbandhu Nigam on the left window, please? Yeah, please.
Fact is, there is a due process under Judicial Inquiry Act. If the preliminary finding comes out, then the matter can be given to CBI, because one cannot override that process, because that's a statutory process.
Then what happens?
Then the CBI will take over then. It is recommended, then CBI will take over.
I think, with great respect to Mr. Manishinde, whom I admire as a senior in my profession, I think it's a ludicrous thing that he's saying. He's saying that no investigation is needed and action should be taken. Let the committee first deliberate. Is he part of the committee? Is he going to decide for the committee? There is an act of parliament that exists since 1968. There is a system, a procedure envisaged in that. The Supreme Court has triggered it, the Collegium has acted correctly, and now you have senior lawyers in the country saying, hang the man before there is an investigation. I'm shocked and surprised. He should be the first one to say that there should be a fair inquiry and an impartial.
Mr. Manishinde, can I request you here to come again on the matter? One minute. Please show the respect. Yeah, Mr. Manishinde.
There will be a fair trial.
Everyone on our windows are all messed up. Come on.
A fair trial. And Mr. Nikam is an able prosecutor. He knows how to deal with accused of this nature. He will give them the full freedom to defend themselves. So Justice Varma will not be condemned without a trial.
You have the breaking
if Kasam could be given a trial, even Justice Varma is entitled to.
Look at this.
Get him on the phone if required. 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute. Just
the judge red-handed. What would happen if it is a narcotics case or a corruption case involving a minister or any higher up? He will be paraded before the courts immediately and then arrested and sent to jail. What are we talking about?
Are you saying here that
there's a total divide? There's a total divide between some of the Delhi lawyers and some lawyers who are.
There is a divide here, Mr. Mathur. Is there a divide,
outside Delhi?
No, Mr. Mathur. Mr. Mathur. Yeah, the question is, one second, the question is, one second,
Unless Arunab, unless there's a participation of lawyers in this corruption case, this could not have happened.
Sir, I'll tell you the way. 1 minute, Mr. Dehadrai, 1 minute. Mr. Dehadrai, 1 minute. You hold it. I want to, just 1 minute. Don't use words like how dare.
No, but how is he saying that Delhi lawyers?
No. Let him. No, how can you say don't dare? You please respect you. You are far junior to Mr. Manishinde. Mr. Manishinde is a very senior lawyer. How can you say how dare Mr. Manishinde? You should show the respect to Mr. Manishinde for all his years in the bar, and you are crossing your line there with him.
No, I'm saying that he's crossing the line. Can he sit in judgment? Is he a judge?
I'm saying 1 minute. Mr. Dehadrai, please hold back.
You have become too rational.
I want to say this. Sir, can I say this 1 minute, please? I want to just say one thing, please. Let's respect seniority out here. The question is this. I'm getting a feeling, Mr. Mathur, and I take this to you, that Mr. Manishinde is saying something very important. He is saying this is not a matter limited to Delhi. So Delhi lawyers and Delhi High Court cannot decide, and Delhi High Court Bar Association also cannot decide that this matter must be handled in this way. Today this matter has become a national matter. Am I right, Mr. Tiwari? From the Awadh High Court, everybody has the right. Vivek Reddy has the right.
Arnab ji, Mr. Manik Shinde ne jo baat kari hai, Mr. Manik Shinde is a very senior person in this criminal field.
We are aware.
He born in India. What I say, Mr. Manik Shinde is absolutely correct. Mr. Nikam is absolutely correct. अभी जो साहब आए हैं, उन्होंने जो बात कही, उनको ये डर क्यों लगता है? उनको ये डर क्यों लगता है कि सीबीआई की इन्वेस्टिगेशन में कुछ अन्याय हो जाएगा? ये डर क्यों लगता है उनको? दूसरी बात, अभी उन्होंने मिसलीड किया है, इन हाउस प्रोसीजर के बाद ही एफआईआर हो सकती है. बिल्कुल मिसलीड किया. वीरा स्वामी का जजमेंट है 91 का. वीरा स्वामी वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. साइटेशन अगर कहें तो मैं साइटेशन बता रहा हूं, 91 SCR वॉल्यूम 3 189. उसमें दो बातें होल्ड की. पीसी एक्ट, प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन के एक्ट, जजेस जो हैं वो पब्लिक सर्वेंट है, एक बात तो ये होल्ड करी. और दूसरा कहा कि एफआईआर इन पर हो सकती है इफ चीफ जस्टिस परमिट्स दैट काइंड ऑफ एफआईआर. करेक्ट. उसमें में ये प्रोसीजर इन हाउस इंक्वायरी का हुआ, लेकिन ये बात गलत है कि इन हाउस इंक्वायरी होने के बाद ही एफआईआर हो सकती है. एफआईआर हो जाने दीजिए. एफआईआर इज ओनली एन इंफॉर्मेशन. इट इज नॉट ए पुटिंग ए गन ऑन दैट मैन.
Yes, and मैं एक ही बात कहूंगा, Mr. Dehadrai. I want to ask you, what is bothering you so much that you are using intemperate language towards very senior lawyers who are opposing you? Mr. Mambe, you should, this language is inappropriate. And to say to Mr. Manishinde, I apologize on your behalf, to say that how dare he and all that, he has a point of view, then you can tell tomorrow, you can tell me how dare you in the media ask the questions also. Now we have Aruna Sham with us, very senior advocate. Oh, he's not joined yet. He's not joined yet. But do we have the breaking news with Abhishek? Okay, Abhishek is there. Yes, Mr. Mathur, go ahead.
Arnab?
Ji.
Just for Mr. Tiwari's point, where he said that K. Veeraswamy में कहा गया था कि that an FIR can be registered even against a judge. K. Veerasamy was a retired judge. He was not a sitting judge. V. Ramaswamy was the judgment in which the Judges Inquiry Act was invoked.
So, but in the V. Ramaswamy case, can I come in 1 minute, Mr. Mathur? In the Ramaswamy case, if I'm not mistaken, the matter was far less significant because it was about the furnishing of his house. This is about stacks of cash.
The issue, no, I understand that, but issue was of misconduct. The issue of misconduct is to be dealt with, and that's why I have been saying that we today, and you rightly said, no bar association can be judging the issue right now. Delhi High Court is just one. There are 25 other High Court judges, bar associations which will deal with these things. Also, we are all concerned. It's an all India issue. There is no dispute about these things. I don't think there can be any quarrel on it. But
bar is the mother of the
we as lawyers are always insisting that there has to be a due process of law.
Yes.
That due process, either that Inquiry Act should be taken away. But if the Judges Inquiry Act exists and the Supreme Court saying that the Inquiry Committee has been initiated the process,
Mr. Tiwari is responding to you, Mr. Mathur.
Expedite it.
Mr. Mathur, Mr. Tiwari is responding to you, sir.
I'm trying to understand. CBI probe, CBI investigation is not due process of law. Why two criteria? Why two criteria?
Sir, judges के लिए जब इंक्वायरी एक्ट बनाया है तो वो मैंने नहीं बनाया है, मेरी पैदाइश के आसपास बन गया था.
Judges are Caesar's wife above suspicion. Merely suspicion.
I can understand, but Caesar's wife was there in 1968 also. Why make a Judges Inquiry Act?
Exactly.
हम खुद ही तो कहते हैं कि कानून के हिसाब से चलो, व्यवस्था के हिसाब से चलो.
Judges Inquiry Act is not covering such issue. It's a matter of public faith. The entire
I understand, but then that is for the legislature. The parliamentarians can take a call.
It means what, Mr. Mathur? It means for a one single judge, we will crush our country.
Green.
We will crush the entire
I think
crores
Mr.
of people.
Tiwari just wants to play to the galleries, it seems. If he's familiar with how police investigations happen, he'll see even a case diary is not shared when the investigation is going on.
Happened to everybody.
He has a problem with redactions. He has a problem with redactions in the materials that have been filed. It is an ongoing investigation. There is a committee that has been appointed. He wants all the material to come out all in the open so that he can play